I know you have been there where you feel like you're doing everything that you can for your language learning. You're making all the routines, doing all the steps from maybe your favorite resource, hitting and maintaining the streaks on your favorite language learning apps, and still sometimes you're like, I don't think I'm any closer to my actual language learning goals than when I was like a month or two ago. I feel like I'm not making or seeing any progress. And that is what we are talking about in this video, that your future self, after implementing some of these suggestions, will see and be able to own your progress and success in your language by the end. So when setting yourself up to actually see your language progress, either track your language progress through your input, which is reading and listening, or output, which is speaking and writing. Or you can do kind of all of it, depending on your energy and time. So the first step for setting up to see your progress is assess what you have already been doing in your language, because I assure you, you're probably already tracking your progress in some way. Maybe you are monitoring reading input by doing your textbook, or you're seeing how many pages you've read in your novel. Maybe you are doing more monitoring of your writing output by keeping a journal or writing down your notes in a notebook. And now let's start tracking our progress a little bit more intentionally. One of the best ways I like to track my own progress is reframe language goals to language projects. And I feel with language projects, I don't know, the word goal makes me a little bit scared that I won't finish it and actually get to the goal itself. There's more of a feeling of potential failure if I don't get to the goal. And I immediately think about the end point. I don't really think about the process in itself. And when I think more about projects, it seems like more of an ongoing thing. So I'm not immediately thinking about the end. Instead, I'm thinking about, how can I enjoy getting from point A to point B, aka the beginning of the project to the end? How am I going to fill up the process in the middle so that once I get to the end of the project, I can better own my success at the end. Plus, I will have had a tangible result of what I wanted to accomplish in that project. So if I set my language project as by the end of it, I want to watch a full-length French film, only in French without subtitles, and by the end, be able to give a summary and my opinion on what was talked about accurately. And then you can kind of work your way back from there. Really, anything can be a language project, whether you want to work on writing, reading, listening, or speaking. And it can be any length of time that you want it to be. Anything can be a language project as long as it has a specific focus and a tangible beginning and end. This is just a personal preference for me, but doing that mindset shift and reframing a language goal to a language project may help you in seeing your progress more. The next thing that you can do is language journal. Now, there are lots of ways to do this. You can use any sort of note-taking app. I actually just use the Samsung Notes app right here, or I use the Notepad app on my Dell laptop that I can access even if I am offline. Now, whether you have journaled before in your target language or you have not touched it at all, I really recommend adding this layer to your writing practice, which is actually writing about your language studies. Again, it's easy to forget that what comes extremely natural to us now in our target language used to be really hard for us. And it's easy to minimize this difference and not give us a reason to actually celebrate it for what it is. So documenting how in the past you struggled with conjugations in French, noting all of these in a concrete way gives your future self something to look back on and really realize, wow, I've grown so much. This can only be done occasionally if you would like. It's not something to do every day. You can include it right after a study session when the material is still fresh in your head about what you're struggling with. Plus, it doesn't have to take very long, just a few minutes, a few sentences explaining what was a struggle for you that day. Now, another thing that I love to do with seeing my own progress is write or speak or read or listen to the same topic over a period of time to witness my growth. And this is also especially good for writing and speaking. So this could literally be you hitting the record button and speaking about a topic, or opening your notebook and writing about a topic, the stories of your childhood, jobs, dreams you want to accomplish, other common themes in your life. How will your description expand as your skills do? So for example, I could tell myself, I want to write about travel in Italian. My beginner phrase would look probably something like, we went to Florence and Milan, it was fun, I want to go back. How I would add on to that as an intermediate learner, however, would look more like, I had traveled to Florence before, not to Milan. This time, the timing couldn't have been better. I was excited to revisit Italy in general, and I can't wait to return someday. And with advanced, you can add even more to this description. I had traveled to Florence before, but as I visited Italy for a second time, everything about the experience automatically felt different. As I recount the memory in my mind, I now understand it took revisiting the old to appreciate the new. As you are documenting, leave the mistakes in there. And I know it can feel scary to document our mistakes sometimes, even though we know technically no one else will see it, especially if we are hard on ourselves, especially if we are perfectionists. But becoming vulnerable in this way is honestly one of the best things that you could do for your learning instead of stopping and starting over so you don't make that mistake again. This isn't true documentation, and it doesn't set yourself for actually seeing the progress that you're really wanting to see, especially if you're practicing writing or speaking. I promise you, once you go back and you revisit past documentation and you hear all the pauses, the hesitations, the mistake, you will feel even prouder of the progress that your future self has made. And notice that perhaps now you don't hesitate as much, you don't make as many mistakes. Now, another great way to see your progress is actually track the words you use and also how you use them. So did you use this new word in your speaking or your writing today? Could you understand this word when you were reading without any problem? If I'm tracking this by myself, I even like to put a check mark in the column of whatever skill I applied the word to, right next to the word itself that I wrote down. Now, another favorite way of a lot of language learners is to track time through a tracker, an app or a program. Or you might like to use an app that automatically tracks progress for you, especially if it uses streaks. But if tracking time causes you stress, then of course, don't do it. Find another way to track, because there are many different ways you can do that don't have to involve time and setting yourself up for more stress than it's worth. I do also find that sometimes us language learners can be very overly dependent on maintaining streaks in order to measure progress. So just be careful. And remember, being overly reliant on one single method or program or app isn't the best way to go usually if you don't want to get stuck at how you measure your progress. Another really fun thing I like to do is actually tracking through music. So, you know, when you hear a song on the radio, maybe it's even in your native language, and you don't actually understand all of the lyrics. Maybe you fill in some gaps about what you think was said, and the same is true when we listen to music in our foreign language. So if we're listening along to some words and there's a really big gap in our knowledge and our listening comprehension, then later when we listen to the same song and we figure out, wow, I actually understood what was said, that is a huge indicator that you have also made progress in your language. So make sure you keep track of the songs that you really like in your foreign language and have a lot of fun tracking and revisiting your favorites over time to see how much you actually understand. Again, when we are deep in the trenches of our own language learning, it's hard to zoom out, let's say, and actually see the progress that we are making every single day that we show up. Every single word that we learn is going towards progress to fluency. Every mistake that we make is actually making progress towards getting it right for the first time. And with these tips, you are absolutely guaranteed to witness your progress and also gain valuable self-esteem and motivation to keep going. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more if you do enjoy this kind of content, and I will see you in our next video.